What up, everybody? This is Big Elbow chilling like always with those two tiny vatos locos for life, like the NWO, Averno, Atlantes. Speaking of which, a happy anniversary to the NWO. It's been 30 years, which is fucking crazy. Anyways, I'm Big Elbow. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're not new to the channel, welcome back. Common calls is what I mostly do. That's what I got today and a little bit of extra stuff. And if you don't know already, my collecting style is I just want those good comics and I want them at the best prices I can get them at. Condition's always nice, but not a priority. So with that said, let's get into this. I'm going to show some other things first. First off, AOK from a former coworker and a friend named Christian. So shout out to you, Christian, if you're watching this by chance. Thank you again for this gift. This book, I actually had it in my want list on the mycomicshop.com website. I was waiting for a cheap copy to pop up, but beat me to it, and I'm happy. I didn't have to pay for it. And so this is the comic book story of professional wrestling. Obviously, I'm a big wrestling fan. So is she, which is pretty cool. I don't find many, besides on the internet, but in real life, people that I could talk to about wrestling, not just WWE, but like indie wrestling, Japanese lucha, all that stuff that I'm really into. So yeah, it was really cool working with her. Unfortunately, she moved on, but we remain friends. And again, one more time, Christian, if you're watching, thank you for this book. There's some forwards: Robert Kirkman, Cody Rhodes, Roderick Strong. But yeah, I wasn't familiar with the artist, but the art looks pretty cool. Nothing. It looks like they're starting all the way in the back in the days, carnival days and shit. But anyways, so yeah, looking forward to that. And then a couple other things I'll show real quick. I went to Antique Mall in Exeter, California, called Rocky Hill. Found one of my favorite movies of all time for the VHS collection. House Party, like I said, one of my favorite all-time favorite movies. Just I fucking love this movie. Kid and Play, Full Force, Martin as Bilal, Robin Harris as the dad. Just a great movie, man. It takes me back to my younger days. So yeah, that was $6. That was cool, and it looks like it was a rental, maybe Blockbuster rental. So that's pretty cool. Also, while I was there, I picked up this, and you guys know I don't, like I said, I'm always trying to get those books at cheap prices. I overpaid for this. It's an Erie magazine, which I don't really buy too often. I'm trying to get more into Steve Ditko, so that's why I bought this. It's collector's edition featuring spectacular art of Steve Ditko. It's all Steve Ditko shit. 100 pages. I figured, fuck it, why not, right? But like I said, condition's not a big thing to me, but like it fell out of the coverage, just fell off, So I wouldn't have bought it not for $6 if I knew that the cover was detached, but it's not the end of the world. Like I said, I wanted to get more into Steve Ditko, and so I guess it's still readable. Just like I said, I wouldn't have paid $6 for it if I knew the cover was detached. So, anyways, that was it for the Antique Mall. The rest of this stuff I picked up at Legends Comics in Fresno. I went to this little collector's show at the Manchester Mall in Fresno, and it was a bust for me. It was mostly fucking sports cards and Pokemon. I see like two or three people selling comics, and it was either overpriced, it was trash, or it was overpriced trash. So that was that. Anyways, I went to Legends, and they restocked their dollar bins, and there was some shit in there, man. start the Marvel stuff. Tales of Asgard, issues number 1 and number 2. I have like one other issue of this, and what these books are, they're reprints of the Jack Kirby Tales of Asgard's Tales of Asgard, like the what do you call it, backup stories that were in Tales of Suspense or whatever. So yeah, it's Kirby stuff, but it's recolored and it's on this other type of paper, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I mean, for $1, and it is like don't get me wrong, I think it definitely looks better on the newsprint with the original coloring, instead, like the flat coloring, instead of this like there's like tones to the skin and stuff like that. I think it definitely looks better the other way, but it's still interesting to look at this stuff recolored like this. Again, when you look at it like this, it looks like somebody doing like a really good Kirby style modern day. Anyway, so yeah, for $1 I'll take those. They had a $4 cover price when they came out. This is from Marvel Epic, and this is the Car Warriors issues 1 and 2. I already had issue number 1. I didn't realize, so I'll be giving that away to somebody. So this is has some Steve Dillon art. I wish I could remember who put me onto this Car Warrior stuff, but I can't. Maybe it was the kayfabe guys, maybe it was somebody else. I don't remember. But it has Steve Dillon art, written by Chuck Dixon. I'm not a huge Steve Dillon fan. I mostly know Steve Dillon from Punisher and Preacher. Even though I never read Preacher, I know he drew Preacher. But this is the coolest art that I've seen from him. Like, that looks fucking awesome. Like, this is the best of his art from what I like, that I've seen him do. Again, shout out to, if I wish I could remember, whoever put me onto this book. I mean, I could see it where it is the same person, but yeah, I just think this looks better. Maybe it's a little less polished, and that's what I like about it. Or maybe it's the inker, whoever's inking them. Phil Winslade. Maybe that's the secret. But yeah, so there's those. Man, this book right here, I've been, like, don't get me wrong, not like I could have found it on the internet and paid up for it, but I found issues 1 and 3 at WonderCon, like, man, probably like 15 years ago, maybe more. Back when WonderCon used to be in San Francisco, and the art is just like it looks on the cover. John K. Snyder. And yeah, so I was like, I found those first 2 issues in a dollar bin, and I thought, oh, I'll find not the first 2 issues, issues 1 and 3. I was like, oh, I'll stumble upon the last issue in a dollar bin. 15 years later, it paid off. I mean, I could have bought it at any time for like $6 or $7, but it was like a little square bound. It was a 3-issue series. But yeah, I mean, this shit looks really cool. The guy right there looking kind of like the Kingpin. But yeah, man, look at this. John K. Snyder, man. He has a few different styles that I've seen him use on different projects, and I'm a fan of him most of the time. So that's the Dr. Midnight. That's the only DC book I got. So finally put that run together. This is a book from Phil Hester and Mike Huddleston, and I've been curious about it. This is The Coffin. I do like Mike Huddleston's art. Let's take a little look at that real quick. I apologize for the audio. Let me see. So if you guys, if you're familiar with Jim Mahfood, then you might have come across some of Mike Huddleston's stuff. They're collaborators, and I think they're really good friends. They were collaborators early in their career. I don't think so much later, but you still might. If you know Mahfood, you might know Huddleston. I really got into Huddleston by the Butcher Baker Righteous. What was it? Butcher Baker Righteous Maker or some shit like that. Series from Image that shit was wild in a good way, a real good way. But yeah, Huddleston, he does his thing. The last thing that I really seen him do was Decorum, which had really cool art, but oh yeah, I like that a lot. Had really good art, but I did not get into the story. Does Coffin? I have this is issue number 4 of 4. I have issue number 3 in the mail. I found it in the my comic shop dollar bin. This is Whisper. It's a ninja comic. I just grabbed it because it's a special number 1, 64-page double issue. I figured that'd be a good way to check it out. I know ninja comics are pretty cool, and I know Jim Rugg was a big fan of it, so I figured I might as well give it a try. This was pretty cool to find. Steve Bissett's Tyrant number 1. Now I have issue number 4, I believe. So I need 2 and 3. Sorry, I was covering my mouth when I was talking. So I need issues 2 and 3. Man, this dude can draw the hell out of a freaking dinosaur, man. Not just dinosaur, but like animals, nature. But yeah, especially dinosaurs. I don't know how into this I'll be. Maybe if I was younger, you know, when you're a young, especially young boys, fucking everyone loves a fucking dinosaur. It's probably like one of the first things that you start trying to draw when you're a kid. Or for me, anyways, trying to draw dinosaurs. But yeah, so that's Tyrant number 1. It's actually not in too bad a shape. Little rub right there, but like corners, everything looks pretty good. Again, not that it matters too much to me, but if I do end up, if I'm not into it and I do resell it, maybe I can get something for it. I don't know what the fuck this is, but I bought it anyways. It's called The Jam. Super cool color injected turbo adventure from hell. The Jam Urban Adventure. I've seen it. Somebody showed it. I wish I could give them credit, but again, I watch so many people's videos, get all these different ideas of things to check out, and I forget who said what. But I mean, I think it looks kind of cool. It's definitely got its own style. Anyways, yeah, that's what the jam. And then so they had their dollar bins, and then they also had some $5 graphic novels, and that's where I went a little bit crazy. God damn, I would told myself with this Elephant Man stuff, I was just gonna get the Ladron stuff, and this one has Ladron on it, and this one's just not super thick. It's called Volume One, No Surrender. I don't know how this shit works. This one's called War Toys, and then I got check this shit out. Like, guys, when am I gonna read this, man? Why do I do this kind of stuff? But for $5, like, look at this thing. Volume 5. Like, honestly, starting a book like this is intimidating. It's like you're making a commitment when you start reading something this fucking big, and it's Volume 5. When am I gonna read this? I'm interested in it. Don't get me wrong, and it looks cool. And this one has Shaky Kane on it. But goddamn, that's a thick book. And that's part of the reason I bought it, but also part of why I regret buying it is because the size of it. I'm like, man, that's a big ass book for $5. What's the retail on this? Is like the cover price $24.99. So that's that. And okay, so that one, the first one was War Toys. This one's Devilish Functions, Volume 5. So that means there's 5 volumes of just Devilish Functions, or is that the name of the volume? Like, is that just Volume 5 Elephant Man? Elephant Man is called Devilish Functions. Because then I see this, look. So then this one is called Mammoth. And again, this one has Churchill, Burnham, who I'm a fan of, and some other people I don't know. And look at how thick this one is. And again, for $5, this one had a $34 cover price. But this one's called Mammoth, Volume 2. So I could, if it was just like, okay, so Volume 2 is called Mammoth, Volume 5 is called Devilish Functions, but then there's this. Mammoth Volume 3. So I'm just like, what the fuck, man? I gotta figure it out. I gotta do some research. If anybody knows, let me know, because fuck. And this one has some good, it looks like it has Tula Lote on it and Shaky Kane. I don't know who Batista is or Parker. You know, when I browse through, the art looks good, though. I would show something, but it's kind of difficult to... like I said, I was just supposed to get the Ladron stuff. And then I started seeing like other artists I like on these books, and I got more interested in it, and it turned into this shit. Like, why do I do this to myself when I know I'm having storage issues? There's some of the Shaky Kane stuff. And then I don't even know, I might have some of the floppies of this stuff. That's another thing I gotta figure out. So I need to make some room, man. Shit's getting out of weight. It's gotten out of control already. But yeah, so these big ass books. Let's show you how this shit stacks up. Jeez. I said shit's getting out of control. Anyways, so yeah, that's what I picked up at the shout out to Heroes Comics, not Heroes, Legends Comics in Fresno. If you're in town, check them out. They said they've been putting new shit in their dollar bins all the time, so I might have to go back pretty soon. Even though I shouldn't, I might have to. So today's this is gonna be uploaded on Friday. This weekend is Stockton Con. Fuck, man, I want to go, but I think the gas prices just shot up crazy again. And like I said, I need to get rid of some stuff, so I don't know. I shouldn't go, but I want to go. I look forward to Stockton Con. And the next one, winter, Stockton Con winters until next year. I don't know. I want to go, but I don't know. Anyways, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, congratulations. You got good taste. Show it by hitting that like, hit the subscribe, share with all your friends. Follow me on IG. Comments, questions, always appreciate any kind of feedback, and love interacting with you guys online on YouTube. And yeah, that'll do it. Hope you guys, everyone has a good weekend. And like I always say, get off the internet, read some fucking comics.